Alright, what's up everybody? Here we are for a brand new season of Arrow. This is season 5. Yeah, not just a brand new season, season 5 of course, which I've heard, I will say, a lot of praise for. I mean, once again, I try to not let expectations influence me too much, right? I've picked up things here and there from people over on the Patreon, of course, who kind of, can't help but share like what their favorite seasons are and stuff, and I'm completely fine with it, don't get me wrong, right? But again, it's setting, well, I mean, it's of course letting me know some things in advance already in terms of like, okay, should I be expecting something from this, or how do people view these seasons in general, right? Season 4 was generally the one that I thought most people put kind of all the way down on their list, and it's funny because it kind of, yeah, again, for all that talk about not, I guess, setting expectations, it kind of made me think that, like, it really was going to suck. Which it did not. Like, to me, Season 4 did not suck. It was, maybe not even necessarily underwhelming. You know what I mean? It was just a little, like, it's the most indifferent, maybe, that I've kind of felt about a season. Especially, like, towards the end. I think it started better than how it ended, maybe. I think there's a lot of flaws to be pointed out about, like, the flashbacks sequences, which felt kind of insignificant, and they were always so fast, and it's, I don't know, not too substantial in the first place, if that makes sense. Apparently the ending of Season 4 was like really controversial to people too, and it's like one of the lowest rated episodes, which took me a little bit by surprise too, because, I mean, at this point I don't view it as being that consequential, right? It's like, okay, all characters are kind of taking a break, and oddly enough, Oliver is there left with Felicity, kind of like it's gonna mark a restart. I mean, Oliver and Felicity, of course, are not necessarily together either. They're just, well, they're together in their mission again. And there are hints at, like, reconciliation, and I think it's going to happen. You know, obviously they just had, like, for the show to keep going, there has to be drama, right? And so I think it's perfectly understandable that, like, Oliver and Felicity are not going to stay together the entire way through. I'm sure it's going to be fine in the end. You know what I mean? Like, that's personally just, I mean, that's what I think this kind of show is supposed to be, right? Where, like, there's not, yeah, I don't know, I don't see the show ending without those two still being together. But who knows, you know, I could be all wrong about it, of course. I do know that people like the way that the show ends, and that it all kind of does come full circle, and it's a much more consistent franchise overall compared to The Flash, which, like, you know, takes like a nosedive or whatever, right? Apparently, people say I'm still not there by any means. I'm on Season 4 right now for The Flash. This is Season 5 for Arrow. So I'm, like, basically a single season behind at this point still, but not that much to go to actually be officially caught up. So I'm excited about that prospect too, I will say. But yeah, again, where is this season then going to pick us up in terms of, well, for example, you could think about the prequel storyline or whatever, right? Like, okay, where is Oliver off to next? He doesn't have to stay on the island anymore. He talked, of course, to Amanda there. I mean, it's interesting because we know from the very beginning of the show that, like, he does have to be on the island at some point and get himself, like, officially rescued, I guess, right? I'm assuming it was always actually kind of a purposeful... Yeah, how should I put it? Like, I mean, he never wanted to arrive back by himself. He wanted to be found, surely, right? Because that covers up the fact that he's been up to a bunch of shit in those years, yeah, on the island and even off of it, right? But basically leading up to the start of the actual timeline of the show, right? But yeah, so prequel storyline. I mean, I would think, like, Russia could. That seems to be kind of a big hint, because Diana talked about, oh, you need to go to Russia for me, and you know, go to my parents, this and that, right? So it's like, okay, that's reason for him to go there. I don't know if that means he'll stay there. I don't know if that means that the entire, you know, story will take place in Russia, but I can certainly see it going there. Other than that, yeah, the big question is, okay, which of all the characters are going to return, and how are they going to return, right? And what have they been up to in the meantime? I mean, we know that with Diggle, it's like he put on his military suit, and it seemed like he was ready to abandon, well, abandon is maybe a harsh word to use, but, like, leave Lila and his daughter temporarily too. By the way, I'm trying to think now, but the whole altering timelines that created Diggle's kid to literally change, is that gonna happen now? Because I think that was in Season 3 of The Flash, if I'm remembering correctly. But damn, there's too much to keep in mind at all times with these shows, dude. But I think that's supposed to have to happen now. So, yeah, I forget exactly how it happened in The Flash anymore. It was like the first couple episodes, I think, right? Maybe it's already happened. Maybe it's like when he returns. You know, I don't even know if he's going to be like aware of it. You know what I mean? He's going to have to be made aware of it, I guess, through The Flash. But it's going to be really weird how they cover this. Also for like, as a viewer, you know, just suddenly seeing that change or whatever. It's like, you just have to take it for granted, I guess. But it's weird too because it's getting affected by a show outside of the actual show that we're watching. So, yeah, I'm definitely curious to see how they exactly play into that, you know? But again, like, are we going to see Diggle in that military? Is he going to stay there maybe during the season? Or is he just going to come back from it by the start of it, right? Same with Thea. Thea seems like she's truly prepared to kind of just, like, let it go. So is there still a reason for her to come back? Yeah, Quentin, of course, who, well, doesn't have his job at the police anymore. And it's like, okay, what purpose is he going to seek then, right? Like, maybe he becomes a part of Team Arrow just by himself, but I don't see us giving him a suit. You know what I mean? So, lots of characters where I am curious to see exactly what direction they are headed in. And then, of course, again, with Oliver and with Felicity, the whole reconciliation, like, are we going to see that happen? You know, Malcolm even surprisingly is still out there too, and it's like, that dude is never going. And he'll continue, no doubt, to make me feel very conflicted about whether to, you know, hate him or at some points appreciate him, I guess, for sometimes helping out in his own ways. Yeah, I don't know. Season 5 of Arrow is officially beginning, guys, so I'm excited to dive into it and see how it's going to set things up. Without further ado, of course, if you enjoy my reactions to the show, you can get early access to the next bunch of episodes straight away over on my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description. Go and check it out. Full-length reactions are being posted there also. And you can sign up for absolutely free and watch the next episode already right now as well. With that being said, let's dive into this first episode of Season 5 of Arrow.
I have a village too, run by a government strongman named Kovar.
You'll go back to Russia and you can take on this Kovar.
Oh.
What are you gonna do now, Oliver?
Wait, what was the deal with Kovar? She brought that up, actually, huh? I'm guessing that was important always. I didn't even remember that.
Run by a government strongman named Kovar.
Oh,
You'll
okay.
go back to Russia and you can take on this Kovar. What are you gonna do now, Oliver?
Interesting, dude. I didn't realize that. I guess she might have already just teased the main antagonist for this season too. I mean, that's obviously in the pattern of Arrow also, with like how we always find out who the villain is already a season before.
Your brother's late.
And he's not just my brother, the mayor.
Maybe someone should remind him of that.
Is there something I can help you with, Captain?
That's the thing, dude. For a mayor, he's going to be absent quite frequently, right? If he doesn't actually reveal his identity.
And it's supposed to be the kickoff to the anti-crime initiative, and I don't think I need to tell you how much the
City needs the ACI, so he will be here. Just taking care of a little business first.
Blonde or redhead.
Nah, different kind of business, for once. Is this Lonnie again? Is this still him? Oh my god. You could have broken his neck with that.
I found the bomb.
No, that's not a bomb. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 bombs.
You kidding me, dude? It's like we end the season full of nukes and the first thing we have to defuse again is a bomb. What the hell was that move?
Think you can keep Machen busy?
I don't think that'll be a problem.
It really is him. Ooh.
Does this mean you're not gonna kill me?
Oh, he got both his arms too. Damn.
Only try blowing up the city. I mean, half of it.
Yeah, he still had it coming.
Get away from that.
Oh.
I'm disarming it.
Who the fuck are you?
You gonna make a new friend?
I thought I told you to stay off the street.
Because I was gonna say, is this guy with or against us? No, don't tell me this is Curtis. Oh shit, this is Curtis, dude.
Keep what elevated?
I don't want to see you out here again.
Fucking hell. No, I don't think it's him, actually. I don't think that was his voice, right? Plus, I don't feel like Oliver would ever shoot him. God damn, I don't know who this is, but he's getting a harsh treatment.
The ACI is an important step towards lowering crime in the city, but I'm not going to consider it without some major reform.
Okay, Mayor Queen will elaborate on all comments at the ceremony honoring the Black Canary. Thank you all very much.
Can he, as a mayor, make sure that, like, Quentin gets his job back? Surely, right?
You just accused the police department of being corrupt at the police department.
Yeah.
I answered a question.
Yeah, and
Not exactly a wise move.
showing up late again is not helping that perception.
Being the mayor gives me access to actionable intel as the other guy. It's a means to an end.
Well, I didn't
Yeah, kind of both roles complement each other, I guess, huh? I get what he's saying.
Even if we weren't dealing with a corrupt police department, and we are, or an electorate that thinks I got all my political knowledge by binge watching The West.
I didn't see The West Wing, but I did watch House of Cards a long time ago. I think it was like one of the first shows I ever watched. Well, obviously because of the whole like Kevin Spacey debacle, I think eventually he like, you know, he could no longer serve on the show or something, right? I feel like I only watched maybe the first season or two or something. And at that point, that was like the most recent one. And I just never bothered watching when new seasons then aired anymore.
talk to the controller about tax initiatives and Councilman Garcia about sanitation. I also put the applications for deputy mayor on your desk.
What's with this guy? That was an interesting transition. Okay, we are definitely in Russia, right? Yeah. Krasnoyarsk. 5 years ago. Man. Taking on a brute. Oh shit, let me guess, the guy on the throne is gonna be that Kovar guy? He's got a suit and everything.
What I do care about is what you promised me if I won tonight.
Конечно, конечно. Какие у тебя дела с господином Коваром?
Kovar. Well, I think he's getting his meat.
То, что ты убьешь человека, которого не должен был побеждать. Он был их лучшим бойцом, главным добытчиком денег.
What, they don't like it? Oh shit! Bratva. We know that organization, right? Wait, wasn't Bratva? Oh yeah. That was, I think, the organization that the one guy was with that he like originally killed or something, right? Was that back in the first season? Why does it feel like I've seen them in the Flash too? I could be wrong about it, to be fair. Yeah, maybe in the crossovers.
But she's been complaining that the secondary processor keeps overclocking the GPU cache.
Must be nice to have someone down here who speaks Felicity.
Well, I'm strictly repair and maintenance.
Okay, well, Curtis's legs aren't hurting, so damn sure it wasn't him.
I was thinking, instead of putting an arrow in him, you might consider bringing him into the fold.
Evelyn Sharp?
What?
Mr. Ski Goggles? Still workshopping that code name.
I'm not putting together a new team.
We're a little short-handed.
Just for a little while.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, what are they saying? Have they been using people to complement their own team for the time being? And they're actually suggesting to make this permanent? I want to watch it again.
A little dossier on Wild Dog.
I suggested the wild.
So that's what they call him.
Instead of putting an arrow in him, you might consider bringing him into the fold.
Evelyn Sharp? Mr. Ski Goggles? Still workshopping that code name.
I'm not putting together a new team.
So literally some people we faced before. Wait, who was Evelyn Sharp again? Was that an arrow that I thought she was in the Flash. Fucking hell, dude, these names. Oh my god. It gets to be too much sometimes. But we're actually just Felicity's considering to involve some people like that, I guess, right? Like people we've actually faced but had a good enough heart.
John will come back. Theo will come back.
Hasn't happened yet.
Get some sleep. Both of you.
That's what I hate, dude. But like Evelyn Sharp, literally, like the name, I know it wasn't even that long ago. It was like 4 episodes ago, probably, or something. But I'm already like blanking out. Which character was that again? You know what I mean? And I hate that because that's just like, that's what you get with these shows, unfortunately. It's like the 1 episode villains or the 1 episode subjects or whatever, right? It's like they never manage to leave a mark like that. And so when they bring him up again, it's like, dude. I feel kind of silly for it, you know? And you know, it's probably like, I mean, you know, people watching, like you guys, you've seen these shows several times probably, right? And you've seen already maybe other people react to it too. And it's like, it's much easier that way to just, you know, continue to understand who they're talking about. But for me, just going through them one by one constantly, right? It's like at this point, I've seen, 150 episodes? It's like you can't possibly, that's why, yeah, you can't possibly remember them all. That's why I was so, like, surprised at myself for recognizing Bee-Woman, for example, right? who was called Brie Lavar, I think, if I'm saying it correctly. Why do I still remember her? Well, probably because we've seen her twice now. But like this Evelyn person, I've already forgotten who it was anymore. Like, I just need to see her and I'll remember, don't get me wrong.
They're Los Halcones. You killed them. They killed you.
Damn. So these are the corrupt cops, huh?
Very Robin Hood. I doubt that you'll be providing the poor with any of these ill-gotten gains.
Nah,
Like me.
they'll be providing themselves.
Kill this prig. Any attempt to kill this prig will result in your swift demise.
Oh shit, who the fuck is this guy, dude? He's got an aura about him.
Are you the one in charge? I'll take that as a yes.
I was gonna say.
Okay, gang.
Oh, I definitely thought they were shooting them all, you know, just to reveal that these are gonna be the real guys to look out for after all. Damn. He killed them, right? With those brass knuckles.
Anybody else want to be in charge? No takers.
I'm in charge.
It's gonna have to be me.
Yep. And you're working for me now, I guess.
Emil matches a skull named Tobias Church. According to his jacket, he and his crew tore up Hub City and Bloodhaven. Question is, what was Keating doing here?
He didn't call anything in.
You think he's one of the Bent cops?
Yep.
It doesn't matter. It's dead now.
Fascinating how we're actually seeing things from the angle of the police force for a change. This is very Flash-esque right now, you know? I'd low-key expect this to be Barry talking to Joe.
Well, Lance was a real pain in the ass, but at least he kept his department in line.
You could always give him his badge back. He's back in town, though word has it he took a few bumps off the wagon on his way.
A few bumps off the wagon? Oh no, he's back to the alcohol, dude. Fuck, he's really just lost his purpose.
Knocking. That's not like you.
Oh god, the beard.
How long you been back in town?
A couple of weeks.
Where's Donna?
She's in heaven. It's a casino in Vegas.
Okay.
She's waitressing that these days now.
So you two aren't...
together anymore? Already? Damn. I like the character, dude. I wanted it to be like a core part of the show, honestly, moving forward.
Opposites attract, but not that much.
Damn.
Did you break up before?
A drunk needs a reason to stay sober. Fresh out, my friend.
Like a job.
Quentin, you know what? I don't know if you're in a position to be judging me anyway.
We might have a reason for you to stay sober, my guy. We got you. We got you covered.
It's just me out there. Sometimes saving the city
Major
takes
Handsome.
priority over running it.
Wait, what did that say? Major Handsome what?
It's just me out there.
Major Handsome misses city council meeting. Yeah, okay. Damn, that's how he's getting criticized already, huh, by the public. Or at least by the press.
You killed my best fighter. You cost me lots of money.
Menyesha.
Your Russian's terrible. Your accent's American.
Duh.
So?
Unfortunately, it doesn't matter how long you speak the language, you're never gonna get rid of that accent. Trust me, I can know.
Adam Hunt, Daniel Brickwell, Frank Bertinelli.
If I were you, I'd put that back in my bag.
All dead in the future.
It was my father's. I'm waiting to use it. To be ready.
Well, I have some bad news for you.
You're not going to be. Oh, this is it. Clearly it's not.
You're going to be dead before you are.
You must be lost.
I mean, it's cool, of course, how it, like, him staying in Russia now has finally given the, well, the explanation for Oliver speaking Russian in the first place, right? Like, this is where he's been learning now, already in the past time that he's been spending here.
How'd you ditch your security detail?
I used to ditch John Diggle.
He was the security detail.
Caron.
The ferry
Caron.
of Hades.
Warrants out for his arrest on no less than 20 murders, and those are just the ones that they can connect him to.
Mr. Church just became our top priority.
Church runs with a crew, and yours is not coming back.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. It's called not being in denial. You really ought to give it a try.
She's already shown us her candidates, I guess, right? But like, what are we gonna do? Have some kind of selection procedure?
Don't worry about him. He's not going to be staying very long. Just find a way for me to find him, please.
I feel like I recognize that guy. He looks like that character from, I think, The Walking Dead, which I watched a very long time ago. But I don't think it's him, to be fair. He looks a little, yeah, I mean, he's not the leanest, but he actually looks a little leaner than that guy.
First day in, you find the biggest guy in the yard. Put him down. Hard. Who's the biggest guy in the yard? It's highly unlikely that he'll just come out to play. Don't fish without bait.
He wants to directly challenge the Arrow, huh? The Green Arrow.
But I, for one, think there is no better end than a reminder of what we are capable of when we stand together united. A reminder of those who have made the ultimate sacrifice, protecting our home.
At least he still showed up, man, but you can tell how much it's weighing on him already. I don't know, dude. I feel like he's gonna break out in tears where everybody can hear him.
Ladies and gentlemen, Laurel Lance, the Black Canary.
Wow. Damn. It's pretty cool, man. All bronze. I mean, oh, fuck! They showed up right here. I was not ready for that. Just when I was about to say that I am kind of curious where Sarah is at right now. I know that I should just watch, you know, Legends of Tomorrow and it would have already probably explained it by now. But, well, for Quentin's sake, you know, I wonder if he still sees her. Yep. They came to collect. Wow. Dumping him right into a police van. Tells you all you need to know.
Well, maybe this is a job for Speedy. Can you suit up and hit the streets for intel?
Can you maybe try to hack into the police department and see if there's any internal chatter we can go on?
Yeah, she doesn't do that kind of thing anymore, but I guess she's considering it now.
You are all here as a means to an end. I finally figured out a way to make politicians useful.
You want the Green Arrow?
Yeah.
Listen, the Green Arrow's not coming.
Right, because that's the thing. He was talking about going after, of course, the Arrow, but he's taking Oliver in his human form, if that makes sense. But in his normal form. And so he's just, yeah. He's actually abducting him to get Arrow to show up. Oh, fuck. Dude, it's like, yeah, you can't help but sometimes not be able to make those deductions in a moment because you just know things already that they don't.
How is it that you know so much about Mr. Arrow?
I have it on pretty good authority that he's tied up right now.
Are you his buddy?
Ooh.
And listen, you let these people go.
I thought you were literally kind of giving away that like it's you or it's at least one of the people here by saying he's tied up. Because you're literally tied up. But he's busy.
You almost shot my friend in the head.
Мои извинения авторитет.
Oh.
Я не знал.
Anatoly.
My book!
Oliver Queen. My brother.
Anatoly, it is very good to see you.
What's his deal with these people though? What does he have to do with them?
I just dislocated thumbs. Useful of getting tied to chairs to become habits.
Oh.
This is going to hurt a little.
And put him back. Yeah, thank you.
And Anatoly, can't you bring a knife next time?
I was gonna say, bring some scissors, my guy. No, he's just teaching him survival tactics, which is fair enough.
What are you doing here, Russia?
I'm here to kill Konstantin Kovar.
Good luck.
If this is true, I did you no favor by saving your life just now.
You might as well be dead, yeah. That's a suicide mission, I guess. I don't know. See, I'm still trying to figure out whether Kovar is going to be our main antagonist in our current timeline too, or if it's going to be this guy that we're dealing with now. Something tells me he'll just be here for the episode only.
Felicity says it's probably the work of the Tobias Church. And look, he's done his homework too.
What was his name again?
Okay, so he's trying to call the Green Arrow out.
Yeah, except he doesn't know it's already got him.
Yeah.
You need to go do something.
Well, that was gonna make my line to you.
I'm not a killer. I'm not a vigilante. I am a normal version of me.
I gotta give her that she comes across way more calm and sort of like at peace, right? Oddly enough, with her brother right now actually captured.
I really needed to know that life like this was even possible. And now that I do, I don't want to give it up.
Yeah, I get it.
I lost my job, I lost my daughter, I lost my girl, and, you know, I just wanted to hit pause on the world, you know? You know what? I listened to Oliver's speech. Well, you know, that's when I realized that I can't do that. I can't hit pause on the world. I gotta get on with my life, you know?
Well, clearly it didn't have the same effect on Thea yet, though. She was there, too.
Mayor Handsome, they call you.
It's an interesting nickname, right? Because it's supposed to make fun of him, but it's still kind of a compliment. You could say. Like, I don't see somebody like Trump with all his nicknames. Like, I don't see him calling you by that name. You know, usually he likes to pick something to actually degrade somebody.
If you hit me again,
handsome Oliver,
I'm gonna kill you.
You're zip cuffed to that chair.
Yep. I love how that came full circle with him knowing how to escape from that grasp now, yeah. Oh, shit! Fucking brutal.
But nobody can know my secret.
God damn.
I thought you retired.
Yeah, me too.
There she is. Let's go. Oh, we are so taking these guys out. Man.
We'll come back for them.
Wow, they really are different times, huh? Back to old times.
I saw you break that guy's neck, Ollie. You murdered.
Not just that, he literally just shot somebody right there on the spot too.
Now, I could have killed Damien Dark before that night at Iron Heights. I had multiple chances to do so, and I didn't.
Yeah, and look what happened.
That taking the high road was more important than saving lives, and that is a mistake.
Except that's the thing that got Laurel killed in the first place.
Either I'm willing to do whatever is necessary, or I shouldn't be out there at all.
Which is exactly why I can't be. I won't ever again.
You're definitely not exactly helping to pull Thea back in though with that speech, you know? I mean, you know, I'm not here to judge, right? And I think that he's kind of, I think that I kind of agree. Like, I don't mind that he kills people, honestly. Depending, of course, on who the people are, but like the kinds of people that we faced, I don't mind that he killed somebody like Damien Dark whatsoever. But like I said, this ain't helping his case when it comes to Thea.
And I don't care what your reasons are, putting killing back on the table is a huge step backwards. I don't want anything to do with it.
I think he's gonna stick to it for a while, but he's probably gonna go back eventually, though, to his, what will then be his old ways again, if you get what I'm saying. But I think that he's eventually going to stop doing it regardless, though. Again, it kind of, I mean, it turned him into a different version of Oliver that's more likable, right? Obviously.
You really think that they're gonna replace Dig, or Thea, or Laurel?
They're already out there, Oliver. Because of you. Laurel was thinking about the future. You need to think about yours.
Right now, you let me know when you find a way around the kill cordon.
Right. So what those characters actually are is like people trying to do the right thing, right? And actually being inspired by Laurel's what we're saying, and we need them therefore on our team, kind of. We could recruit them, it's just that they're basically amateurs. I don't know, the fact that Felicity keeps bringing it up, though, makes me think that that's actually what's gonna happen this season. We'll collect them one by one. Gotta catch them all.
You survive Lian Yu twice, you say, and instead of going home, you come to mine.
Well, I didn't know this was your town, or that you were brought the boss.
Yeah, that's the most fucking convenient thing possible, dude. You know how massive Russia is? Like, how large are the chances that you would end up in the exact same town?
Kovar has army, government soldiers. You sure you want to risk your life for this promise?
What's Kovar's own position then within that government?
You need to move forward, my friend. You need to move ahead, move on. But only way will kill you.
Curtis?
He is right though that like Oliver is. I mean, you know, how should I put it? It's not the only reason though why Oliver is like not. It's not that he's. How should I put this? It's not that he doesn't want to go home. I think per se, you know, it's not that he's trying to avoid it per se. He kind of is, but like this is something that he swore to do to Tayana, and so he wants to make right by it. But it is true. At some point, it's like, my guy, you need to go. You know what I mean? You were trying so hard to get off that island in the first season, so you could go back and tell everybody you were alive, and now here you are delaying it constantly, right?
Wild Dog isn't a superhero, he's a vigilante.
You are really gonna have to explain the distinction to me. Either way, we'd have better luck with an ad in the paper.
It's very simple, Curtis. Just watch both The Flash and Arrow and you'll understand.
Why don't you just come on back and we'll figure out our next move?
You got it.
Oh, shit. What is dogs?
Hey, John. I hope that everything's going well over there.
Over there. Where is over there? He might as well be back in Afghanistan.
Thea's not coming back. Neither is John. There's a Russian proverb. Been thinking about it a lot recently.
Yeah, repeat it for me.
Shark does not swim, drowns.
You don't move forward, you die. You will die if you try taking on this Tobias church, mate.
I mean, you don't move forward, you die. You might as well see that as representative for the fact that you shouldn't You know, you shouldn't try to pull other people back into your game or whatever, right? That's the past. You should move forward. That kind of tells me like you should go with Felicity's plan. Who's in these files?
Lieutenant Conahan. I trained him back in the day. The guy's so clean he doesn't even double park. And he's vouched for each of these officers.
Okay.
Look, I don't know any Russian proverbs, all right? But both of us are gonna move on. Well, I thought that was gonna be a bigger fight.
That's what Laurel would have wanted.
Yeah, but what's he saying exactly, though? Like, okay, these guys can be trusted, but are we involving them with our Team Arrow? Is he just talking about Oliver in his mayor identity?
Please don't let me be the last Canary. That way, a part of me will always be out there with you.
I promise.
A follow-up, huh? Yeah, but is it going to be a bunch of them in that case? Or is it going to be a specific one we'll pick out for that? I mean, surely it isn't going to be Quentin, right? I don't know. I feel like I would be so weirded out if we see him sort of help out in a vigilante style.
Duck. Goose.
Man. Yo, man is walking out here like Negan.
After I kill you, I want to let the hostages go, I promise.
Of course. Oh, we are so going to get this guy. Damn. Yo, didn't my guy see the lasers? That was so easy to detect. Right into the barrels, too, to catch his fall. God damn it.
Get them out of here! I'll just find the corner.
Oh, shit. Nice, nice. What the hell is that jump? Yo, are we Spider-Man now?
Hey, keep him flying!
Of course he escaped. This fucking bitch. Let me guess, we are gonna see him back still in the future. Oh! Oh, damn. Are we just gonna pull him out and send him flying? This reminds me of the final mission in Mirror's Edge. Oh! No way. Okay. Just to be able to escape. Parachute.
Today, I'm announcing the formation of the Anti-Crime Unit. These 4 officers will report directly to me, and by working together, we will begin the process of saving our city.
Yeah, and I'm guessing people aren't going to be weirded out seeing those 4 constantly show up wherever Arrow does too, because it's like, yeah, well, Arrow fights crime just like they do, right? But still, it's very interesting how Oliver so openly is operating now, if that makes sense, while still keeping his identity concealed regardless.
You need someone from the outside. I know this because it took me less than 12 hours to get inside your organization.
What's that mean? Get inside.
Oh, whoa, shit.
It means that, Mr. Bertinelli.
Thought you'd be out celebrating after your big win. You went from being the do-nothing mayor to the rock star mayor in under 24 hours. I would say that qualifies.
Church is still out there.
Dude, I'm so confused. He called him Mr. Bertinelli, but Bertinelli was, what's the name's dad, right? But like, that dude was supposed to have been killed, I thought, right? I thought, if I remember correctly. I mean, this is not him, though. Is he, like, related to them, too? Does he just happen to be also called Bertinelli?
You talked about the new team like it's a done deal.
Oh, I just thought since you decided to keep swimming as mayor, you might do the same as Green Arrow.
You might be right.
Lance told me about the Russian proverb, by the way. Very poetic. Wait, did you just say I might be right?
Yeah.
Been looking into your guy.
Okay.
Wild dog.
Says here his name is Rene Ramirez.
So we really are just going to be recruiting people on both sides of the fence, I guess, right? Interesting, because I was wondering if we were going to somehow actually involve those police people with our own operation too eventually. I don't know, there's that one guy amongst them. We saw him at the start of the episode, I remember. He was like part of that transition or whatever, right? I don't know if I trust him just by the way he looks, but that's all that I really have going right now.
Oh my God, what happened?
I was looking for Mr. Dog, and then I was jumped by 2 insanely aggressive guys with knives.
Do you remember what they look like?
Yes. You recruit me too.
Okay.
That's why I thought it was initially you, because I hadn't figured any less. By the way, that's one hell of a dress Felicity was wearing. I don't often, you know, I don't often compliment the the dresses and stuff, but you know, when they stand out, they stand out.
So I survived this, and I'm Bratva. You survived this, you can begin process of becoming Bratva.
Oh shit. Well, that's one hell of an initiation ritual. We had this like motorbike gang over here in my country. And I think one of their initiation rituals was, well, not something too similar to this, I guess. But they would have, like, guys just, I don't know, they would have them run down tracks with, like, a bunch of people hitting them with their jackets or something. And it seemed really, honestly, pretty damn brutal. The leather jackets, like, they're still going to do some impact damage. It's not quite the same as actually full-on fighting them. But, yeah, it's been known to happen. That's what I mean to say.
How you doing? Si's feeling like I've got the worst case of deja vu ever. Not bad. How about you? You still the mayor?
In many ways.
Yeah, we'll give it a little bit of time, man. They'll come to their senses.
What did that map say just now? Where is he at, actually? Is he where I think he is? This says Serbia and Bulgaria. He's like in, oh shit, he's in like Eastern Europe, I guess, huh? I'm assuming that's where he is right now himself. That's actually pretty close to Russia.
Felicity thinks that it's time we put together a new team.
And you want to know if I think that's a good idea? I think it is. Wasn't exactly the response you were looking for, right?
Yeah, no, because it kind of means he ain't coming back, surely.
Oh. You're a magician.
Tough day.
Better now.
Who the fuck is this? She's got a new guy herself. We saw this guy just now in the episode, didn't we? I'm already man, brain fog.
Diapers and formula, you got it. I'll be home in a bit.
This is the guy from the police unit.
Help you with something?
Is this not him? Is this not Oliver? Yeah, okay. Oh shit! Shuriken!
Green Arrow?
Nope.
No, I'm not Green Arrow.
Black Arrow, more like. What the fuck? Man, so much happening already this episode, guys. I'm gonna have to take it in, but... Alright, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and of course, you can get early access to the next bunch of episodes straight away over on my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description. Go and check it out. You can also sign up for free and watch the next episode right now. So, I'll see you there.